It is now my great honor to introduce a man who is well known to everyone here. He has long been a champion of our industry. Howard William Lutnick was born and raised in Jericho, New York, and received a degree in economics from Haverford College. After college, he joined Cantor Fitzgerald, which also includes BGC and Newmark, and rose quickly. He was named president and CEO in 1991 and became chairman in 1996. So for the first time in about 30 years, Secretary Lutnick has a boss, the President of the United States. On September 11, 2001, terrorist attacks destroyed the World Trade Center, which housed Cantor Fitzgerald's headquarters, killing 658 of the firm's 960 New York-based employees. Secretary Lutnick lost his brother Gary and his best friend Doug. In the face of unimaginable loss, he committed himself to rebuilding the company to support the families of those who died and the survivors. Secretary Lutnick launched the Cantor Fitzgerald Relief Fund, which distributed more than $180 million to the families of those who died, and now also donates to victims of terrorism, natural disasters, and global emergencies. He also served on the board of the National September 11th Memorial and Museum. In 2024, he co-chaired President Trump's transition team, and on November 19th, 2024, President-elect Trump nominated Lutnick to be Secretary of Commerce, leading a federal agency tasked with responsibilities ranging from economic data collection to trade enforcement, patents and trademarks, and cutting-edge technology. He was sworn in as the 41st Secretary of Commerce on February 21st of this year. Over the past 10 months, Secretary Lutnick has been executing a bold agenda on behalf of the President at a consequential time in our country's history. He has negotiated trade deals, opened new markets, revitalized American manufacturing, and reaffirmed the United States as the top destination for foreign direct investment. And he has led the way for the US government and the G7 by putting GDP data on the blockchain for the first time, making sure that data is verifiable and globally available. He has referred to President Trump as the crypto president, and he has reaffirmed his goal of making the United States of America the crypto capital of the world. Mr. Secretary, you have taught me and many others so much about leadership, thinking big on behalf of America, being fundamental, not incremental, driving the best outcomes for all Americans, and resilience in the face of profound hardship. Even when you're in intense bilateral negotiations, solving the country's intractable problems, or meeting with world leaders late into the evening, if anyone asks how you're doing, you are super good and having the best time. It was the privilege of a lifetime to play a very small part in the Sherpa climb of the Senate Confirmation Mountain and your ambitious agenda. Mr. Secretary, you put the American people first every day. We sincerely appreciate the extraordinary work you do to serve all Americans, and we remember especially all those who lost their lives on 9/11, especially those 658 souls from the Cantor Fitzgerald family, and especially Gary and Doug. Please join me in welcoming Secretary Lutnick to the stage.
So I am told that I'm the first cabinet secretary to come and address this summit and this panel. So I feel honored that you've had me here today. So thank you all for having me. So many really amazing people who are the foundation and the heart and soul of the blockchain community. President Trump promised to take care of this community because the prior administration had pretty much made you guys outlaws, right? I mean, didn't you feel like outlaws? They were trying to send you to jail. Horrible things would happen to you under the Biden administration. For what? For what? We couldn't understand it. It made no sense to us. And the president not only promised, but of course, as the president always does, he delivered. The Genius Act solidified the foundation of the blockchain community in law in the United States of America. It's pro-innovation, it's clarity, it's predictability, the government understands it, it's decentralized, and it directs all of us to get rid of the red tape, to build market infrastructure, and to make blockchain a part of the fundamental infrastructure and foundation of the United States. So what's going to happen is we are going to lead the blockchain community into the coordination and integration into America. So I have the pleasure of being the secretary, the first secretary who took data, GDP data, and put that data out on the blockchain, right? I mean, imagine how far we've come from being, you guys are outlaws and renegades, to now GDP is out on the blockchain. My goal, now I have a whole variety of bureaus under my authority. One of them is called the BEA, the Bureau of Economic Analysis. That's what does GDP. It does a whole host of other numbers. And I'm going to get all of our numbers put out under the blockchain. And then I'm going to use the rest of these couple of years to try to get the rest of the government. I'm going to use the infrastructure and the technology that we've created to try to get the rest of the government to use the blockchain for their data distribution. And the idea is pretty simple, which is it modernizes data distribution, and for you and for this crowd, it makes this ordinary. No longer is it extraordinary, no longer is it groundbreaking. It becomes the way things should be. And that's what my objective is for this group, is to have the data, numbers, distribution on the blockchain so that it becomes commonplace for the government and it becomes completely integrated to yourself. So this is the way you lead. You lead by, it's not really taking chances for me. You know, I've been, before I had this job, I was very familiar with the crypto industry and the blockchain industry and the digital industry. I knew it really, really well. So there was no, you didn't have to sell me, right? And you didn't have to sell David Sachs, who joined, and I recruited him in transition, and you didn't have to sell the president. So you have the three of us strongly in favor of the digital community, fighting for the blockchain community, making sure we have clear frameworks, predictable rules, and an open door to innovators who want to come and use the blockchain to innovate in America. It's basically who we are. We know you can't have regulatory ambiguity. We know that the regulatory ambiguity is how they attacked you last time. So our objective is to try to get rid of that. So we're trying to make sure that, again, disclosure standards are grounded in practical reality, right? It's not something that's not understood. Compliant innovation to make sure if you want to do new things, it makes some sense. And I know we can use things. For example, if we want where things come from, origin, we can use the blockchain, right? Because origin is fundamental to us for tariffs, for critical minerals, for a whole variety of things. Verification of origin matters to me. Tracking of components can matter to me. Authentication of documentation will matter, real-time verification of counterfeit parts, things like that. The blockchain can be driven through my department to make us better, more efficient, and more modern. And we are going to do that. So we're going to build upon them. The Commerce Department is going to be, sometimes when I'm negotiating a trade deal or trying to do something different, someone refers to my department as the edge of the spear. And I always correct them, and I said, the Commerce Department is not the edge of the spear. We are the spear, right? We're the whole spear. We are going to drive blockchain into the ordinary course of the United States of America government. That's what we're going to do. So we're going to help U.S. companies compete and win. We're going to make sure we lead. We're going to make sure that blockchain innovation happens right here. And we're going to show the world the way modern technology and modern blockchain should be integrated together and to work. So President Trump promised that he would be the blockchain president, and he is. So with the Genius Act, regulatory clarity, the Commerce Department driving GDP and the full data sets coming, the United States basically, the United States of America has led every technology revolution. We invented the light bulb, the transistor, the GPU, and we need to be the foundation for blockchain in the world. So the Department of Commerce is your best friend. If you need things or you have any problems, I'm here to tell you the President of the United States is on your side, and the Secretary of Commerce is on your side, and this administration is on your side. I hope you have a great summit and a great dinner tonight. Thanks, everybody.